Harry Potter Wizards Unite is a more complex Pokémon Go for superfans. The Verge. For Niantic Labs' next trick, the augmented reality game studio is diving head first into another naughty fandom, the world of J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter, but this time, boiling down a massive fictional world into an easy-to-understand AR video game seems to have been a much more difficult task. That's because Harry, in the first demo of the game at Niantic's San Francisco office last week, I was among a group of reporters who were able to try Wizards Unite before its official launch sometime later this year. On the surface, the core activity in Wizards Unite involves collecting a mix of artifacts and sometimes saving notable characters from the series who are stuck in a bad situation, like the titular Harry being pinned down by a spooky Dementor. From there, it sounds simple, but it didn't really feel that way. With Pokémon Go, this approach is not necessarily a bad thing. Niantic has, beyond traversing the map, collecting those artifacts, and visiting inns to eat food, players of Wizards Unite will have a few more advanced activities to keep them busy. Those include players who just want to dabble in an AR Harry Potter world may find themselves intimidated by the class system and skill trees. And the more complex, not helping the game's steeper adoption curve is a storyline that doesn't immediately resonate with all but the most well-versed fans. According to Niantic, I don't imagine that will be easy to explain to children, and it's nowhere near as simple and straightforward as Pokémon Go's pitch of just catching Pokémon in the real world. But Port-KA, of course, all of that may not matter much to your average die-hard Potter fan. The real magic of if creating a layer of simulated reality that blends seamlessly with the physical world is all about evoking that sense of wonder, then Wizards Unite will surely be a success despite its more complicated design. Command Line delivers daily updates from the near future.
Raindrop, truck top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.